Imagine this for a moment. It's a quiet Tuesday morning. Margaret, 72 years old, walks to her mailbox just like she always does. She's expecting a birthday card from her granddaughter. Instead, she finds a thick envelope from the Social Security Administration. Her hands start to shake before she even opens it. Inside, there's a letter that says she was overpaid. The number at the bottom of the page makes her sit down on the porch step. $4,200. The letter says if she doesn't act, Social Security will start taking money out of her check. Margaret doesn't understand. She never asked for extra money. She reported every change. She did everything right. But now, the only income she depends on, the check that pays her rent, her medicine, her groceries, that check is in danger. If you are a senior at home right now, listening to me, I want you to take a deep breath. Because what happened to Margaret is happening to thousands of retirees across America this year. And most of them are making the same critical mistake in the first 30 days, a mistake that costs them everything. Hello, I am June, a Senior Policy Analyst and retirement finance expert. For years, I have helped retirees just like you understand the rules that protect your benefits. And today, I am going to walk you through the exact Social Security overpayment rule that took effect, what the agency can legally do to your monthly check, and the precise 3 steps you must take within 30 days to protect every dollar you have earned. Now, please stay with me until the very end of this video, because there is one hidden mistake, a mistake even careful seniors make, that quietly destroys their right to fight back. I will reveal it near the end. If you miss it, you may lose your appeal rights forever. Let me tell you about Robert. Robert is 68 years old. He retired 3 years ago after working as a maintenance supervisor for over 4 decades. He receives about $2,100 a month from Social Security. That check pays for almost everything in his life. Last spring, Robert decided to pick up a small part-time job at the local hardware store. Just 2 days a week. He thought he was doing the right thing. He even called Social Security to ask if it would affect his retirement benefits. Someone told him he was fine. 6 months later, a letter arrived. Social Security said they had overpaid him by $6,800 because of how his earnings were reported. The letter said his check would be reduced starting in 30 days. Robert panicked. He read the letter twice. He folded it, he put it in a drawer. He thought, I will deal with this next month. Maybe it is a mistake. Maybe they will fix it on their own. 31 days later, Robert opened his bank account. His Social Security deposit was not $2,100. It was $1,050. Half of his monthly income gone. Just like that. Robert made one small mistake. He waited. He thought time was on his side. It was not. So let me explain exactly what the rule says, in plain English. The Social Security Administration is required by federal law to recover any money it overpays. This comes from Section 204 of the Social Security Act. When Social Security believes you received more money than you were entitled to, they will send you a written notice in the mail. Now here is where things got dramatic in the news. In March of 2025, Social Security announced it would withhold 100% of your monthly check until the debt was paid back. That story went everywhere. It scared millions of seniors. But here's the truth most news outlets never told you. On April 25th of 2025, Social Security quietly walked that policy back. The current default rate is now 50% of your monthly Social Security retirement, survivor, family, or disability check, not 100%. 50%. For supplemental security income, what we call SSI, the rate stayed at just 10%. That did not change. And if you were already in repayment under the older 10% rule before March 27th of 2025, you are grandfathered in. Your rate does not change automatically. So if you receive an overpayment notice today, here is what happens. Social Security must wait at least 30 days from the date on that letter before they can start taking money. That is your window. 30 days. If you act inside that window by filing the right form, Social Security cannot touch your check while they review your case. But if you do nothing, on day 31, the withholding begins automatically. Now, I want you to understand something very important about the time limits, because this is where most seniors get confused. There are 2 different deadlines, and they are not the same. The first is 30 days. This is your protection window. If you file an appeal or a waiver within 30 days of the notice, Social Security pauses all collection until they make a decision. The second is 60 days. This is your appeal deadline. You technically have 60 days from receiving the notice to file a formal appeal, Social Security assumes you received the letter 5 days after the date printed on it. Here is the trap. If you wait until day 45 to file, yes, you still have appeal rights. But Social Security has already been taking money out of your check for 2 weeks. You will not get an automatic refund of what they already took while you were thinking about it. This is exactly what happened to Robert. He had appeal rights, but by the time he filed, half of his check was already gone. So now, let me give you the 3 exact steps you must take if you ever receive an overpayment notice. Write these down. Pause this video if you need to. These 3 steps can save you thousands of dollars. Step 1. Open the letter the same day it arrives and write the date on the envelope. I cannot stress this enough. The clock starts the moment that notice is dated. Mark your calendar 30 days out. That is your hard deadline to act. Do not put the letter in a drawer. Do not wait for your son or daughter to come visit. Do not assume it is a mistake that will fix itself. Read the letter carefully. It will tell you why Social Security believes you were overpaid and how much they say you owe. Step 2. Decide which form you need and file it within 30 days. This is where most seniors make a serious mistake. There are 3 different forms, and each one does something different. Form SSA 561 is the request for reconsideration. This is your appeal. You file this when you disagree that you were overpaid at all or when you believe the amount is wrong. This is for people who say, I do not owe this money. Form SSA 632BK is the request for waiver of overpayment recovery. This is different. A waiver means you agree the overpayment happened, but you are asking Social Security to forgive the debt because the mistake was not your fault, and paying it back would cause real financial hardship. To qualify, you must meet 2 conditions. The error was not your fault, and recovery would either defeat the purpose of the program or be unfair, given your situation. Form SSA 634 is the request for change in overpayment recovery rate. This is for people who accept the debt but cannot afford to lose 50% of their check every month. This form lets you negotiate a smaller monthly withholding amount. If you are not sure which one applies to you, you can file more than one. You can also call Social Security directly at 1-800-772-1213 or visit your local field office and request a lower repayment rate over the phone. Step 3. Keep copies of everything and send your forms by certified mail. Make a photocopy of every page before you send it. Get a tracking number from the post office. Write down the date you mailed it, the name of anyone you spoke to at Social Security, and the time of the call. If something goes wrong later, this paper trail is your protection. Now here is the hidden mistake I promised to reveal. The one that quietly destroys seniors' rights every single day. It is this. Many seniors receive the notice, look at the amount, and say to themselves, this is obviously wrong. I never got overpaid, so I am just going to ignore it. Please, please do not do that. The overpayment notice is the only document that triggers your right to fight back. If you ignore it, even if Social Security made a complete error, after 60 days, that determination becomes final. You lose your right to appeal. The debt sticks, and Social Security can come after you in ways that go far beyond your monthly check. If you stop receiving benefits before the debt is paid, Social Security has the legal power to intercept your federal tax refund. They can take certain state payments, they can garnish your wages if you go back to work, they can report the debt to credit bureaus, which damages your credit score. And here's the part that breaks my heart the most. If you pass away before the debt is paid, Social Security can seek repayment from your surviving spouse if that spouse receives benefits on your earnings record. Your widow or widower could end up paying for an overpayment you never knew about, simply because no one filed the right form in time. So I want to leave you with something serious and something hopeful. The serious part is this. Social Security is required by law to collect overpayments. They are not going to forget about it. They are not going to drop it. The system is automatic, and the deadlines are real. But the hopeful part is this. The law also gives you powerful protections. You have the right to appeal. You have the right to request a waiver. You have the right to negotiate a lower monthly rate. And while your appeal or waiver is pending, Social Security is not allowed to take a single dollar from your check. AARP fought hard for these rights, and they are yours to use. Please do not wait until you receive a letter to learn this. Share this video with a friend, a neighbor, or a family member who depends on Social Security. One conversation today could save someone half of their monthly income tomorrow. And listen, I have to be honest with you. YouTube does not always show you the videos you need. The notification bell is helpful, but it is not reliable. Important rules change quickly. Policies get reversed, deadlines move. If you only rely on YouTube to find out about these updates, you may miss something critical. So please, bookmark the official Social Security website at ssa.gov. Visit it once a month. Call 1-800-772-1213 if you ever have a question. And subscribe to Retirement Tax and Law Pro so we can keep you informed when these rules change again, because they will. You worked your entire life for this benefit. You earned every penny of it. Do not let a single letter or a single missed deadline take away what is yours. I am June. Thank you for trusting me with your time today. Stay safe, stay informed, and I will see you in the next one.